What are the details of a backdoor Roth? Who can benefit? Who is eligible? That is the subject of this episode. Welcome to another episode of the Financial Fast Lane. My name is Lane Martinson. When it comes to IRAs or any retirement accounts, there are many rules that we must follow according to the tax code. Now, the reason why it can be so complicated is because the IRS has given us some tax advantages. There's some tax incentives when we contribute into retirement accounts. And so there are many rules and many exceptions to those rules depending on the situation and which types of retirement accounts. So we generally refer to this as qualified money or money that is in qualified retirement accounts. Okay, so that's going to certainly be IRAs, 401ks, 403bs, TSPs, SEPs, simple IRAs, 457s. I mean, there's many different types of qualified retirement accounts. But today we're talking specifically about the backdoor Roth strategy. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to pull up my screen here. Just a quick basic overview of contributions into an IRA. The contribution limit was increased in 2019 by $500. So you can now contribute up to $6,000 per year if you're under 50, and your spouse can do the same. So you could have a total combined of $12,000. Now, when you're over 50, it's a little bit higher. It went from $6,500 in 2018 to now $7,000 in 2019. So if you're married jointly, you could be putting in a total of $14,000 per year. Now, the reason why the backdoor Roth exists is because not everyone can contribute into a Roth IRA. So it has an earnings limit based on your modified adjusted gross income. And so if you make too much money, according to the IRS, you are phased out of your ability to contribute into a Roth IRA. And we like Roth IRAs for a number of reasons. And so once the money is inside of a Roth IRA, all of the gains are tax-free. So it's essentially money that is now tax-free forever. And so if tax rates in the future increase, even by 1%, you are better off having your money inside of a Roth IRA. So it takes tax rate risk off the table, as well as it eliminates the need for RMDs, where they're going to force you to take money out of your qualified accounts. That does not apply to a Roth IRA. The other benefit of a Roth IRA is that income that comes, distributions from a Roth IRA, that income does not count towards your provisional income, which will cause your Social Security benefits to be taxed. And so there are really some really strong advantages to getting as much of your money into a Roth IRA as possible. Now, we can do this through Roth conversions and we do those a lot, but I will have a separate video where we specifically get more into the details of Roth conversions. Now let me bring up my screen again. Now, if your modified adjusted gross income exceeds $122,000 and you're filing single or head of household, you are going to be phased out of your ability to contribute into a Roth. If you're married filing jointly, the number is $193,000 when it starts to phase out. And then if you're married but happen to file separately, you're really not eligible for a Roth contribution at all. Now, this phase out period means you're able to contribute less into a Roth. But I would say you don't want to mess with that. So if I would say if your combined income is $190,000 and you're filing jointly, I would suggest that you don't take the risk of contributing into a Roth IRA, because if you're off a little bit and your adjusted gross income comes out a little bit higher than you thought, you could end up with an excess contribution. And if you don't properly manage that, you're going to have a 6% penalty for every year that excess contribution remains in your Roth IRA. So as a guideline, if you're getting close to the phase out, I would say you just do the backdoor Roth instead. If the front door is closed, why not check and see if the back door is open? So even though you may be phased out of your ability to contribute into a Roth IRA, you can still get money and contributions into a Roth IRA. And the way we do that is through a backdoor Roth. The backdoor Roth is done in 2 steps. The first step is making a traditional IRA contribution. So as long as you have earned income compensation and you are under the age 70 and a half, then you can contribute into a traditional IRA. There is no earnings limit on the traditional IRA. The second step is to then do a Roth conversion, and you convert that into a Roth IRA. So it's a 2-step process. As long as you qualify to contribute into a traditional IRA, you will be able to do a backdoor Roth. Now, to be clear, there are no maximum income limits of any kind that can reduce or eliminate the ability to make a traditional IRA contribution. Now, there seems to be quite a bit of confusion about this. Now, when you have a high income, your ability to contribute into an IRA is always there. However, you can be phased out of the deductibility of contributing to an IRA. So this is why possibly maybe your tax person, your CPA, had maybe told you that you couldn't contribute into an IRA, when in reality you can. You just do it with after-tax dollars. You just lose the deductibility. So when we're doing backdoor Roths, the whole goal is to put after-tax dollars inside of the account anyway. And so it's really not a hindrance whatsoever. One of the common questions I get is on the timing of step 1 and step 2. So after you make a contribution into the traditional IRA, technically you can turn right around and do a Roth conversion. There is no waiting period required. However, I would suggest not doing it faster than 2 months. The reason being is I like to see a statement. So a statement, so if you have one monthly statement and it shows the contribution going in, and then you wait till the next month and then we do the Roth conversion, and then you have another statement where it clearly shows exactly what happened. That's not required. You can do it quickly, but I would say do it over a 2-month period. Now, of course, there are many other issues that would need to be considered before you would want to implement this particular strategy. Really, it's going to depend on your situation. If you have an existing IRA with money in it, then you're going to have the pro rata rule. And anytime we do any type of Roth conversions, you really need to be careful with the tax brackets and making sure that it makes sense. So it is certainly a lot of moving parts, but the end goal is really getting money into a tax-free environment, which gives you more predictability and a lot of the benefits that we really seek for in retirement planning. I hope you found this video educational and beneficial, and I look forward to making more videos on many other important retirement planning topics. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.